O campeão se chama Charles Oliveira. O Charles do Bronx just absolutely broke Mateusz Gamrot in UFC Rio. And yeah, I'm gonna be talking about the fights that happened. That didn't just happen because this is a late upload. I had to take a short break because yeah, just felt like it. And I was just feeling a little burnt out. And I was kind of just thinking of ideas, which I am gonna lock in this week, I promise. Empty promise, but I promise I'll lock in. So with that sad excuse of an intro aside, let's get on. Also, what do you guys think of my Portuguese, bro? It's pretty good. Well, let's talk about the main event that not just wrapped up, but holy hell, I was happy that this happened. Charles do Bronx Oliveira just absolutely destroyed Mateusz Gamrot. Like I said in my last video, I knew Charles was gonna beat this guy badly. But also, I had a bad feeling going into this, but I should always ignore my feelings because, bro, Charles Oliveira just made it look easy, bro. Like, honestly, just made it look easy, and I'm honestly shocked. I was not expecting Charles to get this done by a second round submission, and holy fuck, dude. He really just out-wrestled Gamrot. Look, if you were to tell me that Mateusz Gamrot were to take down Charles, Charles's guillotine wouldn't work, but he would immediately reverse him and end up on top, out-scramble Gamrot and control him, I would say, bro, you're crazy. You're crazy. And guess what? He just went out and did that. Like, he just went out and out-scrambled and out-grappled Mateusz Gamrot. This is, like, genuinely an insane feat. This is, like, probably the best grappling feat I have seen from Oliveira in a long time. Well, I can't remember the last time he like, this might be the best grappler he's fought, and he just destroyed him. Just absolutely destroyed Mateusz Gamrot. No, obviously, like, I think Islam Alman are clearly better grapplers, but I mean, like, the best grappler, as in, like, the guys Charles has beaten. I think, like, his best, like, grappler win is Mateusz Gamrot, unless you count that Arman fight as a win. But yeah, like, bro, Charles honestly just demoralized this dude, bro. Like, Gamrot, aside from round 2, let's just talk about round 1, he didn't have anything going, bro. Charles immediately took the center in. Bro, he was literally, like, before the round started, was, like, bouncing on the floor just the same way he was against Justin Gaethje. And, bro, when he did that, I literally started screaming out of hype. I was like, oh my god, Charles is about to fuck this dude up. And then they go, Charles immediately takes the center. Deep kicks, leg kicks. Gamrot tries to, like, throw a combination. Charles throws one back. And then Charles lands a 1-1-2 that rocks Gamrot, that immediately gets cracked by Gamrot right after, which I immediately screamed. I was like, no. Oh, wait, no, he's fine. Like, bro, I just kind of panicked the whole time. And then the Gamrot shoots. Charles Oliveira immediately puts him on the defensive. This is something we don't see Oliveira do. Usually, when someone shoots a takedown on Charles, he just gets complacent off his back and just, like, tries to look for submissions. This time, he was scrambling with Gamrot. This time, he was looking for, like, get-ups and, like, ways to, like, try going for, like, reversals. Like, he puts Gamrot in an omoplata and ends up on top of him. Which, bro, I'll be honest, I know, like, no one really talks about it. Gamrot did, like, a good job defending it early on. But, like, eventually Charles was going to get it. Like, Gamrot was doing a good job grabbing onto Charles Oliveira's ankles. Like, just ankle crap, sorry. But, like, and it was, like, kind of deterring Charles from, like, trying to end up quicker and possibly get a first round submission. So that was actually, like, Gamrot did surprise me in this fight. Now, the reason I'll say that, like, actually, no, I'll say that later in this video, but yeah, so Charles ends up on top of him, controls his back, doesn't, like, has, like, a rear naked choke attempt, but it's not, like, fully in, so he immediately just goes for, like, a backpack, and Gamrot stands up, they sit back down, there's, like, a cut on his forehead. But yeah, it was a clear 10-9 Charles Oliveira round. If you're a lunatic, you can say it's a 10-8, but yeah, it was a Charles round, but then only from that point on, it just got worse and worse with Gamrot. Gamrot did have some early licks in the second round, though. I will say that. He was tagging Charles bad, bro. Like, he was landing flush shots, but... And, bro, this is a glaring weakness in Charles, because I heard he wants to call out Max Holloway. First off, Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway 2. I actually want to see that fight now. Now I don't know who wins. Like, I genuinely don't know who to pick if they were to fight. Like, it's so close right now. Like, if it gets announced, I'll make a video on it, but right now I literally don't know what to say. But let's go back to this fight. Yeah, so they immediately start off striking again, like they usually do. I don't know why I said that, but Charles Oliveira immediately puts Gamrot on the back foot. And I noticed something about Gamrot. Usually Gamrot's like, after the first round, he's kind of the one dictating the pace of the fight. This time, he was kind of letting Charles walk him down. And it looked like he was honestly like, because he didn't shoot any takedowns in the second round. It looked like he was afraid to get in the ground with Charles Oliveira. That's something I don't notice with Mateusz Gamrot. Like, usually he shoots on everybody like a maniac, but this is different. It was almost like he was fearing the grappling threat from Charles. It was like watching a striker fight a grappler. That's what it felt like, because he was just letting Charles walk him down and shit. Yeah, he was getting early licks. Like, he was landing good uppercuts, good right hands. Charles didn't show him any respect, though. And, like, Charles was eating the... Like, I will say this. His striking looked horrendous. But he was eating those shots. And just continuously marching down Gamrot. And, like, Gamrot, like, if this was any other fighter, we know he'd panic shoot, like, single leg. So that was weird. He didn't even shoot off his back foot. So I think he genuinely got, like feared the grappling of another opponent, which is honestly an insane feat from Charles. Like, I've never seen Charles scare somebody with his own grappling. Like, a grappler scares a grappler with his own grappling. We've only seen that happen to Charles. Actually, no, I don't think, like, that Islam and Ahmad fight is genuinely because they're both just better strikers than him. Because Gamrot's worse on the feet, but even when Gamrot was worse on the feet, in like round 1, he was still doing like, yeah, he didn't have any moments, but he was still able to like land flush on Charles and stuff in round 1. And then in round 2, he was just way too scared. Like, he was like backing up a lot more than he was in round 1. Even though there was like 30 seconds of striking in round 1, but still, like, with that 30 seconds, it looked like if Gamrot didn't shoot, he would have been, like, likely fine. But yeah, like, Charles Oliveira was backing this guy up. Gamrot kept stumbling over his feet and stuff. Like, he would get pressured against the fence, start stumbling over, like, I don't know if his, like, foot, like, touched the fence. I don't know what happened, but he just kept slipping over. Like, he was genuinely scared of Charles in that second round. Bro, Charles literally put the fear of God into this dude, bro. Like, he was just walking him down, dude. Like, just walking him down. He was just bullying Gamrot. Like, at that point, it just looked like bullying. He was just eating his shots, just marching forward. Like, did not have a single care in the world. And, like, he was cracking Gamrot on the feet. Like, Gamrot would land more, but every time Charles would land, he would, like, stumble Gamrot. And, like, this is the part that shocked me the most of this fight. Like, in this fight, Charles has Gamrot up against the fence, lands a good body shot combo, immediately shoots, gets Gamrot, picks him up, and bro, I'm not even lying when I say this, he picks him up, slams him, Gamrot gets a whizzer, Charles takes his back from a scramble, and then, like, I shit you not, like, 25 seconds of Charles just being on Gamrot's back, he got a rear naked choke and got the win. I'm not even kidding you guys. If you, like, try to, like, timestamp when Charles took a Gamrot's back, it was like little 25, 26 seconds of, and then the fight was done, bro. Like, the fight was done. Like, he chokes out Gamrot. Like, and bro, after Charles chokes him out, like, right after he lets go, Gamrot's back just goes flat against Charles's knee, bro. This was so goated to see. Look, respect to Gamrot, but as a Charles, like, D1 Charles Glazer, this was beautiful to watch, bro. I'm not even gonna fuck around. This was beautiful to watch. Like, I immediately started screaming and celebrating, bro, when Charles got that submission win. Because if you guys didn't know, and these are some two weird stats I'll give you guys. Well, this first one's obvious. Charles has not gotten a submission win since 2022. And here's another weird stat. Charles Oliveira never won a fight in October. Yeah, look at it on Tapology. Look at it. He does not have a single W in the month of October. And for him to go out and just this was like, look, like, I'm gonna compare Charles to his own greatness. Like, this version of Charles that we saw, in my opinion, is better than the one from the Chandler rematch, the Sarukian fight, and the Topuria fight. Yeah, I genuinely think this version of Charles is a better version than all three of them. But I don't think I still don't think Charles is in his peak though. Like, I still think the best version of Charles was like the ones from the Dariush, Islam, what's his name? Justin Gaethje. But excuse me, but that was a crazy voice crack. Justin Gaethje. Yeah, just that era of Charles, because he was fast, explosive, and was a really good grappler. But this was honestly like, bro, this was like a grappling masterclass from Charles. And I miss seeing these. This felt like a Charles Oliveira fight. Because the most recent fights have not been like, it hasn't felt like an Oliveira fight in so long. And the last time he felt that way was Oliveira versus Dariush. But yeah, bro, this is like a vintage Charles performance. And what I was gonna say later in this video is that I don't think like the short notice thing is really like a valid excuse for Gamrot, because first off, Gamrot trains year round. He should be prepped for a good fight, and he lost the first round. That's the first round. You should inevitably be winning again. Like, Charles never usually gets early licks in round one. Like, losing round one. That's just you, dog. That's just you, dog. And also, well, another thing is that Charles Oliveira was prepping to fight a striker. So he was training to take fucking Rafael Fizie's ass down over and over again. And speaking of Rafael Fiziev, he should fight Gamrot next. Fiziev versus Gamrot too. I think Fiziev wins that fight, but I think it's competitive. And man, I'm just so happy Charles is back, dude. Because also, and let me just say one more thing. If it was both of these guys with a full training camp, it would be an easier win for Charles, because then he would actually have a training camp for a grappler. But yeah, man, I'm just so happy to see Charles get the win. And Dan Hooker is not better than Charles. I can find... Look, I'm not a hater, but I am. Arman's gonna butcher Dan Hooker. Honestly, bro, they should just call that fight off. And I saw some comment of some guy saying they should just call that fight off and do Arman versus Ilya. Also, I think Ilya versus Gaethje is gonna get announced today. Actually, not Ilya versus Gaethje, but I think we're gonna get Pantoja Van announced. Like, I have hope. Well, not hope, but I think we're gonna get like... The UFC said that Dan is going to have an announcement today, so I'm just going to stay awake for that. And I'll probably drop a video on that as well, so yeah, stay tuned. But yeah, let's go back to this fight. Gamrot, yeah, it sucks to see Gamrot lose, because Gamrot, this is a guy we all like. He's game to fight anyone. Like, as you know, his nickname is The Gamer. The Gamer sadly didn't play today, but, you know, it is what it is, though. Rest in peace, Gamrot. Let's go, Charles. And, bro, Charles versus Max Holloway. I'm gonna make a video on that fight. Like, maybe tomorrow, but, bro, I'm making a video on that. I have to make a video on that. Charles versus Holloway? Come on, you kidding me, bro? I still don't know who to pick, though. Like, I don't know who to pick. Maybe I can answer that on tomorrow's video. Maybe not, but, yeah. Main event, fucking beautiful. You know? I predicted Charles to get it done by KO, though. Let's talk about the co-main event. Holy fuck. Look. I picked Figueiredo by 29-28 decision. And all I can say is... Davison Figueiredo, what the fuck was that? I'm sorry, bro. What the fuck was that? Bro, you really gonna blame your shitty performance against Sandhagen by injuries? You're gonna blame it on injuries? Bro, the version of you that showed up to, like, on this fight was borderline worse. That was genuinely a dog shit performance. I'm sorry. No, I'm happy I got my pick right, but fuck me, man. This was a dog shit performance from Figgy. Bro, what happened to the guy that was just killing people left and right in flyweight? What happened to that guy, bro? What happened to the God of War? I haven't seen him in ages. Well, it's been a fucking while, eh? But bro, this was honestly a dog shit performance from Figgy. I don't even know who to give the win to. I'll be real with you guys. It was such an ass fight. So obviously, Figgy clearly won round 1. I think we can all admit that. Figgy clearly won that first round. He took down Jackson. Jackson would get up and then start rocking Jackson's shit on the feet. On the on the feet. Sorry, bro. I got like 2 voice cracks in the row. But on the feet, he did rock Montel a lot. Which is weird, because I thought Montel was going to win the first round. And then lose the last 2, but the second and third, bro, Montel did really good. Like, even though it was shit, he did really good. And he was doing a good job outstriking Figgy. I'm pretty sure he even dropped Figgy in the second... Was it the second round or the third round? I don't know, but like, he dropped Figgy in one of those rounds. Well, it looked like a drop. It was like a weird punch. But it's gonna sound stupid. He like punched Figgy and Figgy like fell to the side of the camera. Like to like the side of the fence. Like it was weird, but yeah, I thought round 2 was a Montel Jackson round. Round 3 was super close. I still don't know who to give it to. But it was a disaster class nonetheless. I mean, it was still a really bad performance nonetheless. So yeah, co-main event, absolutely horrible. This fight, look, let me just say something about this fight. This fight was an absolute robbery, bro. Absolute disgusting robbery, bro. Daylight robbery. And no, Vicente Luque didn't win. I meant robbery as in, bro, Joel Alvarez should have KO'd him. He got robbed of that KO, but I'm still gonna say now that was a bad performance from Joel Alvarez. Because, bro, even though you didn't get that round 1 KO, you should have still KO'd him at some point into that fight. Like, Vicente Luque looked really shit. Like, and he was cracking Joel Alvarez like a fair bit. But I did thought Joel Alvarez 10-8'd him in one of those rounds. I can't remember which one was it, but he did 10-8. Vicente Luque. I had it 30-26 if you ask me. But this was a bad performance from Joel Alvarez as well. This card, in my opinion, didn't live up except for I think the main event is what really carried this card. But yeah, that's it for today. Look, if you wanted me to talk longer about this fight, I really couldn't. I'll be honest with you, I really couldn't. But yeah, because also I'm just gonna stay up because I'm gonna make another video today on the announcement we get. If we get an announcement, unless Dana White cucks us all. Like, bro, we never know when it comes to that bold fucker, but yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like and subscribe like always if you want to see more content like this. I'll see you guys in the next video. Follow my Instagram and Twitter on my channel links. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Maybe in a couple of hours, maybe not. It really just depends on what Dana White is going to do. Laters, this is YOOOO Whats MMA signing off.